This is Season 5 of The Score, the Team Roping Journal's podcast, where we cover the roping industry from top to bottom. This is where the team roping world talks. We talk through tough subjects, we talk big wins, and we talk real issues affecting the community. I'm your host and editor of the Team Roping Journal, Chelsea Schaefer. Hey everyone, it's Chelsea. So this week I've been in some exciting meetings in conference rooms in our offices in Colorado. But Casey Allen, our editor over at BreakawayRopingJournal.com and BarrelRacingMagazine.com, got to bebop down to Waco, Texas for me for the Royal Crown for charity. She got to see the best young rope horses in the business go head-to-head over 4 steers in Waco. Casey talked to the winners of the 6 and under heading and heeling, which was Trevor Brazile and Cade Rice, as well as the 4 and under winners, Ren Richard and Cole Davison, all for today's episode. We're going to start with Trevor Brazile, who won the 6 and under heading on Relentless Glory, his home-raised Metallic Cat popular resort figure mare, worth $14,382. So, we're going to start with him.
All right, so I'm here with Trevor Brazile. He just won the Royal Crown 6 and under heading this morning. Congratulations, Trevor. Tell me about that horse you're on today.
Relentless Glory, she's one that we raised at the ranch, so that makes it a little extra special. We're already, have offspring on the ground out of this mare, and really excited. She's out of a full sister to my calf horse Deputy that I rode the NFR, and so it's fun winning, but it's really fun when it's something that you've kind of watched come to be. It's been a lot of fun.
Awesome. So what do you feel like she did well today? How did you feel going in there?
She's just solid. She's equally as good in the heeling. I'm just really proud of that mare because she's showy and forgiving. So I feel like that's the one I want to take to a show. That's the one I want to take to a jackpot. She's a pretty special mare.
Awesome. So talk to me a little bit about your guys' breeding program. You talked about riding this horse's mom. How has that all led to this at the Royal Crown?
I think that's what's so great about these stallion incentives, because it puts us in the game instead of just always looking for a prospect from who cares what. This is one of those incentives that really rewards the stallions and that are supporting, the roping industry. And so it's a lot of fun. I think this is the future of it.
Awesome. So talk about the stallion that she's by, because the stallions are getting a cut of this, and the breeders also. Did you guys raise this mare and breed her, like you said, and did Miles ride her along the way also?
This one's by a little stud named Metallic Cat that probably not very many people have heard of. But yes, Miles did start this. Well, actually, Clayton Anderson started the mare for me at first, and then Miles went ahead and rode her after him and took her outside, and then she's been in our program ever since.
Awesome. And what made you guys pick Metallic Cat as the stallion there, besides, as you mentioned, his record already?
It's just Alvin Fultz. He's just been great in the industry, and the obvious reasons why you would want a Metallic Cat. Her mom was a little bit hot, and so that's usually a perfect cross on something like that, and that's why we went that way, and it's worked out thus far.
Awesome. So what's your game plan for the rest of the day, and how many did you bring down here that you'll be riding?
Joseph's riding our heel horse today, so we're just helping on some of our older horses today. She will be one of the heel horses that goes, obviously. We brought 3 more heel horses in addition to her, and we had, I think, 7 in the class today in the heading. So it's been a good show so far, but we're only halfway done.
Awesome. Well, thank you, and congratulations again, Trevor.
We'll move now to the winner of the 6 and under heeling, Cade Rice and Wanted. They won $10,308 for owners Darren and Tara Johnson.
All right, we are at the Royal Crown in Waco, Texas, and Cade Rice just topped the 6 and under Royal Crown heeling. Congratulations, Cade. Let's talk about your run today.
Thank you. Kind of a tough steer. That horse scored good. Got up there and around him, and he didn't hit real clean. My horse kept moving, and I was able to put the bottom on the ground and finish strong.
Awesome. And then how long have you been riding this one, and what has this horse been like so far?
guess I've had this horse since January, and Darren did a good job. Got him roped, got him trained. Kind of made my job pretty easy.
And then we're very lucky today. We've got the owners here, Tara and Darren Johnson. So Miss Tara is going to tell us registered name, bloodlines, all that good stuff.
He is, what year, 2017, Gilding by Dulray out of Plagun's Desire.
What do you guys call this one?
His name's Wanted.
And you said what year was he?
2017. He's a 5-year-old.
Awesome. So is this his first year out on the futurities, or is this his second year?
No, Dakota Kirkenschlager showed him as a 4-year-old last year.
Okay, awesome. And what do you guys think, Cade, what do you think makes this horse unique? What do you enjoy about him?
He's kind of a cowboy horse. The horse sees everything. He pays attention to everything. He's big boned. He's just as wide as he is tall. He can do a lot of stuff a horse can't do just because of his athleticism and his size. He's not a small horse. He's really strong saddle horn, but really light to the mouth. And I think that means a lot.
Awesome. And then Tara, are you guys the breeder of this horse, or did you purchase him a little bit later?
We are not. We bought him last year right before Fort Worth, actually.
And what was your thinking behind that? Why this one? Darren, are you going to jump in?
We had some horses with Dakota, and he really liked this horse, and he just recommended maybe we get this horse, and so we went ahead and bought him right before the futurity. And like she said earlier, that Dakota showed him at the futurity, placed good and around, didn't have any luck in the average, and we just knew he'd be as athletic as he is. We just knew he'd be a great horse in due time.
Awesome. And then let's talk about his papers. Have you guys owned any other horses by this sire?
Not directly by Dulray. I do have a Woody B. Tough out of a Dulray mare right now. That's the Dulrays. What I say, they really fit me good with what I do with them. They're a little bit hotter, tough, but for what I do with them, they fit me real well.
Perfect. And then as soon as Cade finishes taking his splint boots off, I'm going to jump back to him. Sorry about that, Cade. All right, have you ridden any horses from these bloodlines before?
I come from a cutting background, and we've rode quite a few Dulrays. I've always had a lot of luck with them. They can be hot, they can be a little fractious, but if you take the right approach, most of them are good horses.
Awesome. And then let's talk about your cutting background. Do you feel like you apply any principles that you demonstrated over in the cutting world, in the team roping futurities?
No, for sure. I mean, horses got to be behind the bridle, and they got to be able to read a cow and come off your feet and your butt. But that horse does it all.
Awesome. And then as a trainer, what advice would you have for somebody that was looking to maybe get into the Royal Crown incentives, into the futurities as a whole?
Get with the right person that fits your style and your horse and your program, and then go from there.
Awesome. Thanks, Cade. And then Tara, do you guys have any advice for anybody that's wanting to purchase and get into the owner's game? Anything you've learned along the way?
Oh, that's a tough question. It's not for the faint of heart. Having the right trainer and faith in your trainer is a big part of it. And we're very blessed to have Cade and Denny. They've done a great job.
And then a little background, I was actually sitting in the concession stand earlier, and I ran into Tara and Darren, and Tara said, "Hey, I have a feeling that you're going to be interviewing Cade after this, and he's going to win it on my horse." So I just want to say I think her intuition was correct there. Were you nervous watching him through all the rounds at all?
I get a stupid amount of nervous watching our horses go. Like, Cade can't even touch the amount of nervous that I get.
All right, well, great job, you guys, today, and maybe we'll be talking to you again soon.
I have got to pause now to tell you about this episode's sponsor, Purina. Level up your horse's performance this season with choices from Purina Animal Nutrition. From Purina Ultium Competition Formula to Purina Impact Pro Performance and everything in between, Purina has the right option for your horse, including supplements like Purina Supersport Amino Acid Supplement, Purina Amplify High Fat Supplement, and Purina Outlast Gastric Support Supplement. There are many choices for optimal nutrition with when you choose Purina. all backed by science. Level up your performance this season and put Purina's research to the test. Ask for Purina at your local retailer. Okay, back to the show. Ren Richard has been flat dominant in 2022 in Royal Crown competition. Once more, he won the 4-year-old Healing on SJR Diamond Bond, worth $13,804. You might remember this horse from one of our magazine covers this spring. He also won the 4-year-old in Buckeye at the Royal Crown, so this is a hot 4-year-old right now.
All right, I'm here with Ren Richard, who just won the Royal Crown 4-year-old and under heading today. He also won the Zestera Open yesterday, so congratulations, Ren. You're having a great weekend. Talk me through your run today and tell me about that horse you're riding.
So it's a 4-year-old we bought at the Snafflebit sale as a yearling. His name's SJR Diamond Bond. Horse is super talented, just a real pretty mover. I think the judges just want to score him, so it's just me pretty much trying to stay out of our own way and not beat ourselves, and he's made it to the pay window both times I've showed him. So
awesome. So talk to me about that horse's pedigree. Have you ridden any horses related to him, and does he show any bloodline characteristics?
He's by CD Diamond, and I rode a handful of those. They're good horses, but they're kind of tough mentally. So we've tried to use that horse a lot on the ranch, and he's developing into a cool little horse.
So riding all the different horses at the futurities, how do you handle that? How do you pull that off?
Most of the horses that we have, we've started from scratch, so we've kind of put what we want into them. There is the horse I won second on today in the 6 and under. Another kid started him, but same deal. We try to look for a certain thing conformation-wise and feel like all our horses kind of move similar, so it's not a huge transition. But, like I said, I think it goes back to the foundation of you putting what you want into the horse.
Awesome. And what do you guys call the one you're riding here?
We call him the long mane yellow 4-year-old. He doesn't have a name yet.
Awesome. Okay, so did you start him as well? Has anybody else ridden him, or just you?
We actually sent him to Clayton Edsall as a 2-year-old, and he started him. And our plan was to kind of go the team roping route with him, but we got him back, and I rode him for a little while. My dad ranched on him a bunch, and we've kind of used him around Brandon and all that kind of stuff. So I've done all the roping with him. I just started him, early this winter, so the horse hasn't had a ton of steers. He's a pretty special horse.
Do you know who the breeders of this one are, who you guys purchased him from?
Yeah, San Juan Ranch is who bred him and raised him.
Is that the first one you've bought off them, or has this been kind of a good partnership?
No, we've actually bought a handful of horses from San Juan. Most of the CD Diamonds they make rope horses, and the cow horse guys aren't just in love with them. So, it's been good for us to go and not just spend a ton of money on some of those colts.
Yeah, sometimes when they don't do well in other disciplines, it helps you guys out a little bit. So just talk about why you like riding the Royal Crown incentive horses. Why did these deals work for you?
Well, obviously the money, we've paid a couple of our studs into these incentives, and, I've rodeoed for quite a while now, and I'm just kind of slowly transitioning into the show deal, and I feel like you can make a real rope horse, not a show horse, and you can come compete at these things, and it just kind of ties in with what we want to do.
How do you feel like you ride differently at these events versus rodeos? Kind of talk somebody who doesn't know anything about the futurities through that.
Yeah, so this is more of a jackpot style of roping, but like I said, when I get done showing a 6-year-old and he's turning 7, I expect to be able to go make a living on that horse, whether it's jackpotting or starting to take to the rodeos, and it's a good way to season them. You don't have to just max them out like you do at these open ropings. You can come here and kind of give these horses the right kind of runs and get them seasoned, so it's a great deal.
Do you feel like it helps you at the rodeos when you come to these deals and have to make it kind of more pretty and correct instead of just a fast time, or do you think it can hurt you?
No, I think it's a win-win. I can put these horses through some pressure and haul them and teach them, that you're going to get sore and you're going to feel some pressure, and we work through it, and it ties right in with the rodeo deal, in my opinion.
And who did you have helping you today?
Cole Davison healed for me, and my little brother Caden headed. They both did a great job.
Awesome. And then Cole just won the 4-year-old in the healing, correct?
Yes, he did.
Awesome. So you guys have good momentum going today.
Yep. Cole and I we're like brothers. We're real tight, and just fortunate to have a guy like that here to help you.
Did you help him out also in the next roping?
No, Tate Kirchenslager helps him in the heading.
Awesome. Is there anything else we missed or you want to add, or any advice to the newbies in the futurity world?
I think I think it's just going to get bigger and bigger. There's a ton of interest in it, and I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I'll let you go.
Last but not least is Cole Davison, who won the 4 and under healing on Murata's first diver. You've got to bear with us. Technology isn't always super friendly, so the audio picks up a little late on this interview, but there's still plenty valuable stuff left in it.
All right, I'm here with Cole Davison, who just won the 4-year-old and under Royal Crown healing today. Congratulations, Cole. Tell me about the horse you're riding today.
We bought him about a year ago from the Flag Ranch with Larry Rice, and Tyler Coleman had rode him for a little while, and so Talion Thompson, a real good friend of mine, bought him, and we just he was young, so we just eased him around all summer, and I let a friend of mine, Chance Harmon, ride him a little bit, just to kind of get him a little more broke and user-friendly, and then I honestly didn't rope that much on him, but Talion had a slot in the futurity in Abilene, and so we rode him in the heading and the heeling there, and he had some luck there. And then my brother-in-law, Brent Bartlett, bought him right before that slot futurity, actually, and so he's had him since then, and this is his first true horse show, I guess, and he won second in the heading today and won some rounds, and then was really good in the heeling.
Awesome. And what do you guys call this one?
His name's Axe.
Axe. Okay, that's tough. So your brother-in-law is the owner.
Yep. This is kind of his first futurity horse, but this horse is pretty user-friendly. Like, my nephews will be able to ride him, and Brent will be able to ride him, so I'm pretty excited about him.
Awesome. So talk to me about his breeding, and have you ridden any of his siblings at all?
So he's by a horse that Larry had that he sold to Rick Montero. That's a head horse, and so first prize diver is his sire, and then he's out of a smooth as a cat mare. Honestly, I've never rode anything like that before. I mean, I've been around some of the racehorse stuff, but not a lot. So he's racehorse on the top, cow horse on the bottom. We just bought another one from the Flag Ranch that's more cow horse bred, I guess you'd say, but they raise some really good horses up there.
Awesome. And then did you say you did kind of all the roping training on him, or did someone else get a start on him?
Tyler had been riding him, that works for Mr. Larry, and he was going pretty dang good when I bought him, but you know, he was 3, so he had just May of his 3-year-old years when we bought him, so yeah, I mean, he was going plenty good.
And just talk about what it's like putting pressure on horses that young in the team roping. Do you have to ride differently than you do at the rodeos? Kind of how do you get them prepared for that pressure?
This horse, no. Some of them, yes. This horse, he doesn't really like to be messed with that much. He doesn't want to be fancy and all that. He just kind of wants to go do his job, and he does it easy. And I don't know that he's the next horse of the year, but you can go rope on him on both ends, and he never gets worked up. He scores every time, and he always reads a cow really good, and so he's a little different than most 4-year-olds, I would say, because you can put your hand down and kick and go rope when you want. So
that makes it pretty fun at these deals, I'm guessing.
Well, these are the Royal Crown. Matt sets it up where it's full contact. I mean, you gotta have a pretty nice horse under you, or something that can handle the pressure. So yeah, he was perfect for that class, and that's why we entered him, and thank God I trained him for Tate in the heading, and he just walks by talking crap. So yeah, no, he's just a easy, good horse. Like, he's good property, I guess you'd say. So.
Awesome. And then, so you were helping Ren Richard out in the last roping. Have you been helping a lot today? It's been a little bit hot out this week. Has that been taking a toll on you guys?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, you get hot, but you just kind of forget.
Like, I'm a cowboy.
No, I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy. But, no, I've helped a lot of horses this weekend. Ren and Caden, they brought a lot down, and then I helped all the Tates. And so I had a lot of them the last 2 days. So burned my hands all up and used a lot of rubber and a lot of classic ropes. So.
All right, so tell me about the steers you guys used in the 4 and under today.
They were actually pretty strong. They were bigger native, some heifers, some steers, but they were, I mean, you dang sure had to have a pretty nice horse. Obviously 4-year-olds are going to get a little green here and there, and that's kind of why I think that horse stood out a little bit, is he's just really solid and goes and does his job. Like I said, I don't think he's a big-time horse show horse, but he just does his job every time. Awesome.
And then right now, are you finding your groove more at the futurities, or are you looking forward to the rodeos more?
Well, I've had some people ask me if I'd even been to rodeos because they haven't seen my name yet. But no, Tate and I didn't rodeo that much this winter. We went to every big one. I think I've been to 8 rodeos now. And I actually screwed up at Guyman on Sunday to win quite a bit. But we've done some good throughout the year. He's actually going to stay home and focus on the futurity deal. I'm going to rope with Colton Schmidt, and I'm leaving the end of this month and hopefully don't come home till the end of September. So we're gonna go at the rodeo deal, but luckily I'm good friends with the Richards, and we take all the futurity horses up there in Utah and let them kind of hang out, and we ride them on the mountain and work cows on them, and then we'll be at Rock Springs at this one in Rock Springs. So.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you at Rock Springs. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you so much for listening today. Today's episode, again, was brought to you by Purina and Purina Animal Nutrition. We are so grateful to have their support on the score and the short score this year. So, I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much to our friends, our producers at the Money Barrel Podcast. If you haven't listened to that, go ahead and check them out. They also produce our show. So we're so grateful to Kayla and Craig at the Money Barrel. Thank you all for listening, and we'll be back on Tuesday with another episode of The Short Score.